On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Washington Commanders and the Houston Texans. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line.
The Texans take over first down at their own 23-yard line.
Ready up.
Play action this time with Love. That's into the hands of his running back, McFarland. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Well, this defense for the Commanders, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 3rd down, Love. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Out to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Heineke. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Jalen Petrie coming up to bring him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield. for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. They'll run with Gibson. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. Now receiver in motion left. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year, number 8 overall. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw now. Here's Love. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. The Texans at 5-4 now on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 1st and 10, Love. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Titus Howard, right tackle, the man flagged for that one. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Love now. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is caught. Touchdown. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Commanders 14, Texans nothing.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. In motion left goes Cooks. On 2nd and 10, Love finds his man. It's John Mechie. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Here's Love. And able to complete it to Moreau. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Love. This will be complete to Mechie. Touchdown, Houston. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And he's going to be out of bounds, ending a great return that gets him all the way to the 30.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Heineke to throw it. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
He got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Christian Harris. And the Texans will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Following the interception, Love. He'll check this down to McFarland. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best. and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
From the 38, Love. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
In motion left goes Cooks. Love now to pass on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
To try again after the sack. Love swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7.
Ready.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth. Now on fourth down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So
he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain of 32 that time.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
Heineke now from the 50. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And they'll throw again. Heineke. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Heineke. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Sly able to put this one through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Ready?
On play action. Love to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Second half begins with a run by Robinson. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Pressure gets there on Heineke, and down he goes. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Heineke. Coming across the field, he finds Dotson. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Heineke now looking to throw on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. Looking to throw, Heineke. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll run with Gibson, and he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Heineke now. And it's caught. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And a play fake, and now Heineke. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. From 21 yards away. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing. Love. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st and 10, Love. There again is Cooks, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Now Love. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Heineke. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play. Now after the sack, Heineke and the Washington offense going to face a tough 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Tressway now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Oh, Boy, what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He'll swing that out, complete to McFarland. They call it no gain there on the first down play.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Blue.
Out of his end zone, Love. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Second down, Heineke. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They go play action. Now Heineke. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Love's throw taken in there by Cooks. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants him to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, 35 yards. And the Texans take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Desmond King picks it. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. They're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talking about keeping someone in the game instead of being able to shut the door. It's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. First down, going to the air with Love. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Love now. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. There's Jamin Davis, the former Kentucky Wildcat, bringing the pressure that time. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. And 6 DBs on the field for Washington on third down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. That is caught inside the 5. And the Texans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Love looking to throw it. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Collins. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
This likely a must-have, third and goal. Here's Love. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Ready, break.
Desperation time here. Love on fourth down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Touchdown, Washington! Brian Robinson Jr., his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will make this a 19-point game. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
From just shy of midfield, Love. Caught left side by Mechie. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. Again, it's OBJ, back-to-back catches. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Repeat of the last play going to Mechie here. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And this is going to be caught. So an offensive final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side...